What's up, guys? Sorry we couldn't make it to you this week for the Week 8 preview. It's an absolutely loaded slate, 5 ranked versus ranked matchup. We just had some unforeseen circumstances hit us this week pretty hard. So we appreciate you thinking about us. We'll be back better than ever next week. I'm here to give you my best bets for the week. Let's start with Duke -1.5 against Georgia Tech. I hate that Brent Key and the Jackets are a dog here. It scares me to death because of how good he is as a dog. But it's the old, unranked favorite over the ranked underdog. I mean, it's just too many trends point to Duke. So I'm going to take the Blue Devils. I had them in the preseason beating Georgia Tech. It was one of the 2 losses for the Jackets that I had. I had them going 10-2. So I'm going to take Duke to win the game. TCU -2.5. Baylor's just been flirting with disaster pretty much all season. And they can't get away with it anymore. So I think it's going to catch up to them in Fort Worth. TCU -2.5 is my bet for that game. Holy War, I got to roll with Whittingham and Dampier. I think they're too good. Bear Bachmeier's played really, really well as a true freshman. Lonnie Sitake is a beast of a coach. The Holy War is very intense, as we saw online this week. But I'm going to take Utah -3.5. I'm going to roll with UCLA. Why not, right? I mean, they've just been punching up the past couple weeks. They're only catching 3, or they're getting 3 points against Maryland, who has to fly across country now. And Tim Skipper, I mean, they're clearly a different team with him at the helm. So I'm going to take UCLA -3. Again, let's keep rolling against Penn State. Let's go Iowa -3. I know Penn State, they fired their coach. Usually teams come back really well the next game after that. But Kinnick at night scares me for them. So I'm going to take Iowa -3. This one really, really scares me, but I got to back the Kentucky Wildcats +12.5 at home. Texas coming off a big emotional win in Red River. I still am not convinced with Texas' offensive line and with Arch Manning. Not convinced really anything on Kentucky, but it's kind of a hold your nose pick. Let's take the Wildcats +12.5. Third Saturday in October, Alabama -7.5 against Tennessee. Let's take the Tide. The Tide, I think they're just going to be able to throw all over Tennessee. Tennessee's best shot is to get continued success in the run game against that poor run D. But Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, 7-2 against the spread as a home favorite. Josh Heupel, 1-6 against the spread as a road dog. While at Tennessee, give me Alabama -7.5 to play a little Dixieland delight there. Set special of the week. Let's go. Second week in a row, man. Let's go Arizona State. We know what happened last week. I took them. Sam Levitt, surprise addition to the injury report. Jeff Sims comes in. We know what happened against Utah. This time they're at home. They got a top 5 team coming in Texas Tech. Sam Levitt looks like he's going to be back. The line's 7.5. I think I like Arizona State. They can win this game. They're 28-16 against the spread as a dog since 2018, and then including the postseason, Sam Levitt's 14-2-1 against the spread against SBS teams in the past 2 seasons with 5 outright wins in 7 games as an underdog.